Yo peeps and welcome to Triville.
Triville.
And today we're going to be talking about many things. You've got some random surprises apparently you're going to throw at me. I've got a helmet here because I rode my bicycle today. So do you want to start us off or?
Well, I haven't found anything.
No.
As usual.
As usual.
But I have, a couple of things that are quite like the Russell Brand thing. Conspiracy. Is he guilty? Is he not guilty? Does anyone care? And everyone, is Elon Musk speaking up about it, which is quite cool. And I think you can't ruin a man's life until there's a charge there, I mean, at the moment it's just, it's conspiracy bullshit, isn't it? You speak up about something and then the media go, die, lose all your money. It's exactly the same as what happened on Coronation Street. Okay, there was 2 actors that got charged with some sort of sexual assault or something. One of them was guilty.
On Coronation Street?
Yeah.
When was that?
It was like the main character. It was like 10, 15 years ago. The main character, the one that he was like a big heartthrob.
Yeah, I remember the
old one. It was like 60 something, but still a bit fit, I shouldn't say that about a rapist.
No.
He was a fit rapist.
Can you be a fit? Well, I suppose Jeffrey Dahmer was a pretty nice serial killer, wasn't he?
He's very well groomed.
Yeah.
Which is probably really difficult to do if you like chopping up people all the time. How do you keep that hair like that? I watched that Dahmer series and I have to say, the only time I was upset, even though murder's bad and stuff, was when he got with that nice gay black guy and they had this proper nice relationship and then he just fucked it up by smashing his brain in with a hammer.
Then he try and lobotomize him first.
No, that was the other one. That was the first one. This one he actually dated, and he was just super nice. And they were like, had a super nice dynamic going on there. And he just thought, well, self-destruct, let's kill him as well. Might as well. Doesn't like the fish or something.
Yeah, he made him fish and homemade chips.
What's this got to do with Coronation Street?
I've no idea.
So the main guy, he was like 60-something. Is it Barlow or something, his character name? He got charged. Him? It was one of them. It was the main. It was like 2 old guys,
right?
And they were like rivals. But one got charged. I need to find it out, and he was guilty allegedly, and he went to prison. But the other one didn't do anything.
Okay.
He didn't do anything at all. It was all complete bullshit.
Just another one saying, "Oh, this guy touched my penis," kind of thing, with no backup.
No, and he got fired. He lost all his money. Found guilty, but no one ever cast him again.
What do you think about Michael Jackson then?
They're not guilty.
Because that's a similar kind of thing there.
What?
And there hasn't really been anyone that's come forward and said, he did this. I mean, if you'd have thought anyone was going to do it, Macaulay Culkin would have done it.
Yeah, because they were like besties.
They were besties. You know what I mean? He'd have said something.
Really changes if you think about Macaulay Culkin and you think Home Alone.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Home Alone with Michael Jackson.
That'd be a very different movie, wouldn't it? But
he always, refuted what had been said against him.
Yeah, he did.
And in court, nothing ever came.
He was in that really cool video, black and white, wasn't it?
Yeah, nothing ever came of what was in court ever.
No.
So
but he did do a couple of payoffs.
He did, but then again,
that could be just like, I don't want a drama.
I mean, to be fair, if me and you became famous, right, someone would come out of the woodwork and say, "Oh, they touched my," or some random crap just to get money.
Jeremy beat me halfway to death. And I'd probably be guilty, to be honest.
But this is the problem, isn't it? If anyone can say anything about anybody now, then where do we stop? Because it seems that you are guilty until proven guilty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, in this country, isn't it? It's that you're guilty. You're innocent until guilty. But in America, you're guilty until you're innocent. And
no. Essentially, in America, you're meant to be innocent until proven guilty. Really?
No, because I thought in America you have to prove your innocence, but here it's automatic until they prove you're guilty.
Well, that should be the case, yeah. But from what we've seen with Russell Brand, as like I've been telling you earlier, because you didn't really watch much of it, you've not seen much of the stuff.
Oh no, nothing except when I go to the premiere shop and I read the highlights.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's everywhere, right? But there's no trial, there's no case, right? There's just 4 random people that we don't know have come forward on a documentary and said something, and then suddenly the guy's cancelled. He's got letters from the Culture, Media and Sport Committee that have been sent to him. So if you guys haven't seen the episode, I did an episode on 2 impromptu sort of episodes on this, because I just couldn't believe sort of what was going on with it. And like when I told you, it's just one of those things where you look at it and you go, okay, this is just some kind of conspiracy then.
Yeah, I mean, God, reaching out to Elon Musk to see if he's making money.
Yeah.
And what's it called now, Twitter?
X Corp. Like Lex Corp in Superman.
It's what a stupid name, though. I mean, it's just X Corp. You're not a super. Well, he kind of is, isn't he? He's like real life Iron Man.
Well, I mean, I had my Superman costume on earlier. Well, my onesie for my episode that I did. So tying it in with X Corp there.
I mean, I like Elon Musk. He's a very clever dude, and he seems like nice. But X Corp, I'm not going with X Corp. He doesn't even want Twitter. He was going to give it to Mr. Beast.
Yeah, but now it's...
Please give it to Mr. Beast. He's really cool.
Yeah, but I don't think Mr. Beast would be very good with it, to be fair. And the thing that I like is the fact that Rumble... So we've had the letter, okay, to Rumble, and we've had a letter to X Corp now, sent from the Culture, Media and Sport Committee, right? And basically saying...
Big deals.
Yeah, well, it's really weird. I mean, I read them to you a minute ago, didn't I? And it's basically now saying that they're writing with the for the serious allegations against Russell Brand. That's all they are. They're allegations. They're not. Well, yes, okay, it's serious what's been said, but
and don't get us wrong. If he's guilty, cut his balls off.
Yeah, well, I've said this before.
Give him a chance to, like, you know.
And if it's it's over 15 years ago, some of these allegations. So why haven't they come? Yeah, this is what I mean. It's not like it happened last week or 2 weeks ago. These have been investigating them apparently for 4 years. So the Dispatches and the Sunday Times apparently have been investigating Russell Brand for 4 years, apparently. Okay, and all they've managed to find is 4 random people who won't give their names to say Russell Brand did this to me.
Weird.
Yeah. You know, so that one to Rumble, basically they're asking, why, because he's got 1.4 million followers on there, why they haven't demonetized him yet, just like YouTube, and asking whether he's still able to make money from this. Well, right or wrong, he should still be able to make money from that.
Yeah, because he's got no charge. He's not been charged with it.
Exactly. There's nothing against him at all. He's got kids. He's got a kid on the way as well. And whether he's a millionaire or not, right?
Oh, he totally is.
Well, I've said this, right? So you live within your means, don't you?
No, I live beyond my means.
Well, I live beyond my means. But what I'm saying is, the more money you get, the better you live. Yeah. So you get a nicer house, you get nicer stuff, right? You get a nice car, you get this, and then you need that income to keep coming in to make sure you can have this nice stuff. Even if you've got £1 million, if you've got a house that's worth £1 million and cars and stuff like that, that £1 million will go in a month or two.
Oh yeah, totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Your mortgage must be insane if you've got like $1 million.
Exactly. Unless you bought the house outright somehow because you had all this money, things like that.
By the way, I don't think he's very funny. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. I never really liked his comedy. I've said this before. I've never really liked his comedy stuff, right?
What the movies?
No. Some of the movies... Oh, what was it that it was in? That fucking...
It was
rock thing that he did. The musical thing with Tom Cruise in it.
Oh, I know what you mean, but I haven't seen that. But it was in the other one at some resort.
Yes.
And he was just Russell Brand.
Yeah, just Russell Brand. I can't remember what it's bloody called now. Rock of Ages. Is it Rock of Ages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that because
with Tom Cruise. I've watched that because I've got daughters and a wife. And it's actually quite good. I mean, he's all right in that, but then again, he just plays a roadie type English dude, which is quite easy to play. You just put on some kind of like London.
He's got the stereotypical English voice.
Yeah.
Americans think we all sound like.
That's right, old chap. You know what I mean? That kind of crap and whatever. Or jolly good. So we've got another letter then that they sent to X Corp, but this one obviously refers to his 11.3 million followers on there, and
that beats our 17.
It's 185.
185.
Well, on YouTube, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I have asked this, but
What's wrong with your lives?
Yeah, well, it's on realize you're watching this
What's
crap.
the state of me?
So they actually refer to Elon Musk directly in this one as well. So this is from Dame Caroline Dinage, DBEMB, don't you know?
Don't know what that
And
means.
basically she asks, given Elon Musk's response to Mr. Brand's tweet regarding the allegations, where he wrote, "Of course, they don't like competition. We are also keen to understand whether Mr. Musk has personally intervened in any decisions on Mr. Brand's status on the platform."
I don't think Elon Musk is that really bothered about a British comedian. He's probably got like a few things like missiles and spaceships to build.
Yeah. And also the fact that the British government are writing to Elon Musk, who's not even a British citizen.
I wouldn't want to mess with it. If Elon Musk got mad, I mean, it'd be like Iron Man on...
Pissing off Tony Stark, isn't it?
What's that drug that makes people crazy?
Which one?
No.
Spice, PCP.
PCP.
Yeah.
It'd be like Iron Man on PCP. He could just, I'm going to rewire one of my spaceships. I'm going to put a bomb in it.
A laser.
If that bomb goes under 50 miles an hour, you're all toast.
You're all toast, baby. So, yeah, I mean, I just find it mad that we seem to live in a society in England where we don't have any sort of freedom of speech whatsoever. And these bills that are being passed sort of by the Sports and Media Committee, they could basically look into anyone's social media, anyone's internet, whatever they choose, just if someone's had an allegation against them.
Also, surprise, I would now like to torture him. Can you go to the kitchen and get a teaspoon, please?
A teaspoon?
I've not told him anything about this, but I'm very mean.
Okay, 1 second, I'll be back. Let's go get a teaspoon. Ow! It's very dark through here.
Why does it not... Now, this was too spicy for McDonald's, so all the branches gave them away because it was making people ill. And I've tried it a teeny bit, and oh my god, I nearly died. I'm going to make it into a teaspoon.
Okay. Oh no.
Why have you turned my light off?
No, I've turned the light off. Here we go. There we go. Back on. I'm back.
Hi.
I know what this is.
I'm sorry. I know
This is the
YouTubers and stuff
stupid
have done
mega spiciness.
it. You might need some juice, which I've not provided. But
So
I'm only
I've got
going to
this.
give you this much. Oh my god.
Let me at least smell this first. So what is
Okay.
this? So
It's
this
just a
is.
McDonald's sauce. Very run of the mill.
Oh, is this the run-of-the-mill sauce you were talking about to me the other week? Okay, go on.
Okay. Don't get it in my carpet because it will burn a hole in it.
Okay.
I might need the tissues. No, he's going to do a boy thing now and pretend it's not that hot.
Well, no, it's warm.
It's warm. Give it a few seconds. I could smell it from here. Eyes are watering.
It's warming up.
I tried like that much of it, and I got heartburn for like 3 hours.
Nice. I tried this much of it. I'm giving you a spoonful of it.
I only gave half a spoon because Taylor tried it.
That's nice.
That's all.
That thing you gave me the other day was hotter.
Yes, to me. That burnt my face off. And also, I brought some retro sweets. Remember these?
Oh,
Munchies.
munchies.
It's perfect as well to have after a nice bit of spice. I'm sure you won't get stomachache in the morning with your Red Bull either.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
You'll notice that they've shrunk in size. There's a lot less biscuit in them. But where's the biscuit gone? It used to be like biscuity.
Well, it's more chocolatey.
Now just sludge.
Caramel. It's like slumping a bar.
So yesterday I decided I'm bored. So I went to the shop and I bought a cottage pie that was reduced. You know, when you buy something reduced, you think, oh, it goes out of date in a couple of days or a day.
Yeah.
cooked it, I ate it, looked at the packet, it was 3 days old. Great. 3 days old.
Well, I'm sure that's fine.
It's cottage pie, got a lot of beef in it.
Oh, dear me.
It's quite nice.
Well, that's quite nice, actually, that spicy. It is very spicy, I'll give you that. But that, whatever chutney it was.
Oh, my mum's chutney.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jalapeno one.
Yeah.
That's been in my fridge for a year, by the way. That's autumn 2022, isn't it?
That was very hot,
What?
but nice.
No one can eat it in the family because you just get gastroenteritis, whatever it is.
Which I've had this for years. Like I used to work with
Other retro sweets.
2 Jamaican lads,
A Rolo.
and they used to take me to the like all the Jamaican shops on in Nottingham, you know, on the big row sort of thing. And I'd go in there and they'd be having like dumplings and chicken and stuff like that, and really spicy things. And I'd be like, oh, I'll have one of the, a bit of this, and people would be looking at me like that. And even all the lads wouldn't even have it. You see all the Jamaican boys like, you eat that shit, that's too hot. And I'm like, well, it's nice, mate. I love it.
No, see, my ex-girlfriend, my kid's mum can't say her name because it's TV. So I really wanted jerk chicken. I've never tried it. So she convinced me that she could cook it. So I'd go on a date with her at her grandma's house, who was a massive racist, by the way. So anyway, so I got there and I was having the jerk chicken. Oh my God, my mouth nearly fell out because she didn't know how to cook it, it turns out. It was a fib. And she just put the whole jar on top of the chicken. I went, oh. And then it's like all my skin come out. So we decided to stay together and have a child.
That's a good reason to, if you've lost half your mouth.
Oh, who's going to date me after that?
So we've got another little topic to bring up for you that you sent me. Is Derbyshire County Council on the brink of bankruptcy?
Where we live.
Yeah. So Derbyshire County Council could be on the brink of bankruptcy with a 46 million black hole in its finances. And a crucial meeting this afternoon could decide its future. How the friggin' hell do you get 46 million in debt?
What have they spent it on?
That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, I know what it is. Because if you go to the, which is cool for, I keep changing the name, into Derby Centre, you'll see all around the outside giant waste of money pieces of shit art. So one of them is like a circle like this. Like, imagine where you park your bicycle, and you get that semicircle, but it's like 20 foot tall, and there's like 4 of them, and it's there for absolutely no reason. Then I know what we should do. Let's get some rams, like full, well, they're not even full size, like 4 times the size of rams in concrete, and paint them all different colours, and put them all around the town because no one gives a shit. I know also, let's get some stars that were born in Derby and do a Hollywood Boulevards type thing and put them all around the town where no one gives a shit. Stuff like that, I would say.
Well, you've got this, so the Conservative-controlled council is the most recent local authority to admit its financial problems after Birmingham City Council declared bankruptcy on Tuesday. How do you declare bankruptcy as a fucking council? I don't understand that.
Russell Brand did it.
Yeah, it must all be Russell Brand.
Elon Musk.
20 other councils across the country, including Derbyshire's, have stated that they too face financial crises. What are they doing with all this money?
But they're wasting it on programs like I'm on at the moment. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm unemployed. And I got on a restart program, right, when I turn up. So basically, the other week, they put me forward for a job at B&M. But anyway, so they rang me on the Friday and they said, we're putting your CV through to B&M. An hour later, they said, I'm confirming, because every time they ring me, they get paid, right? So then they rang me an hour later, said, we're confirming we're sending the CV to B&M. An hour later, they hadn't sent it to B&M, they sent it to the project manager in their company so they could give me more phone calls. Hi, I've received your CV. I'm going to send it to B&M. Are you? Thank you. Heard that the first 3 times. Then an hour later, she went, I'm just confirming I've sent your CV to B&M. Next day, I'm confirming your CV has gone to B&M. This is £20 a call. It's £100 in 24 hours. And then every single hour after that is like, have you heard anything yet? So off me, they made £200, £300 in 24 hours.
Wow.
for no reason when they should have said, I sent the CV, thanks, in an email.
Well, what gets me as well is you've got, I mean, that's Derbyshire County Council, okay? So the City Council, which is different.
What's the difference?
One runs Derby City, the rest runs the county. That's literally it. Yeah. So, I mean, they've got things like Buxton Museum and Art Gallery, which has been closed since June as works is needed to protect the building. So that's shut, so that's not making any money at all.
Right.
You've got, obviously, outward spending on roads and things that just disappears. Yeah. I mean, did you hear that Thames Water, they were facing bankruptcy as well?
No, I didn't hear that.
Okay, so Thames Water, who supply...
But it's all free, isn't it? Water? Water's free.
No, we have to pay for water.
I don't pay for water.
Yeah, you have to pay for water normally. So it goes on either a meter or your usage. So Thames Water, somehow, this is down in London, managed to not make any money when they're supplying water. Do you use water, Derby?
I do.
Do you shower?
Well, I hope so. Yes.
Yeah. Do you drink water?
As little as possible.
Okay, so here, Severn Trent supply the water, okay?
Right.
So they're the only people in the region that supply the water, right? Mm-hmm. So in the Thames region, they're the only people that supply the water. Yet somehow, they managed to not only not make a profit, but lose millions of pounds, even though they're the only people that supply water, which everybody needs to live.
And their resources are free apart from the refining. You get the water's like just there, and it's not like making electricity.
Yeah, and you just refine it and purify it back through. And
People like me don't pay.
Well, no, it's not that. It's basically because they just gave all the money to all their big corporate people and all the shareholders and went, oops,
Elon Musk.
Sorry. Must have been Russell Brand. They must have given it to him.
I think he's done everything bad.
Everything. Did he start World War II?
I think he might have been there.
Might have been there.
As I said, it's his hair. No one likes his hair.
I also think that this other topic that you brought up, which is actually quite good because it's something that I'm going to be covering on the channel as well, which is my ancient sort of civilization stuff. You sent me this, which was 500,000-year-old wooden structure unearthed in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe.
I don't know when Sean Connery of that, but okay, Zimbabwe.
The discovery of the ancient wooden logs in the banks of the river Zimbabwe has changed archaeologists' understanding of the ancient human life. So researchers found evidence the wood had been used to build a structure almost 500,000 years ago.
Dun dun dun, someone built stuff.
500,000 years ago. Oh no. I mean, that's a long time ago, dude.
That is, yeah.
You know, so it says, suggesting that Stone Age people built what may have been shelters.
No way. Did you know yo-yos existed 1000 BC?
Yeah.
And no one actually knows why they were invented.
Well, see, stuff like this brings me to my point of my ancient hypothesis. Right? So I actually believe that before 12,000 years ago, there was a civilization, Atlantis, maybe, some kind of advanced technology, even maybe what we have now or more advanced, yeah, that possibly built the pyramids and some other structures that are still around, okay, and that they got wiped out around 12,000 years ago because of comets and asteroids or something hitting the ice sheet, which ended, started a new ice age and ended basically the old ice age, which is actually a thing that happened. Okay, it's called the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis. All right.
Getting all brainy now.
So after that event, whatever was left, you might have had people that were sort of left over, like me and you, sheltered, came out, you find some tribe somewhere, and you go and live with them. But me and you can teach them how to make stuff and do stuff and how to mix a song together and stuff, you know what I mean? And go, oh, look, we've got some technology.
This is a wheel.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So that's what I honestly believe happened, all right? But things like this, showing that 500,000 years ago, we were building structures, it just shows that we were like this at least 500,000 years ago. So you can't have just been sat in your cave thinking, this is fine. You know, me and you were having this conversation now about all random stuff. Maybe they had this kind of conversations and stuff back then, and they were doing things, because what do humans do? You know, we make things better, don't we? Essentially, most of the time.
Kind of make things worse quite a lot of the time.
Yeah, but we try generally to push things forward, to make things more comfortable, to make things better, you know. And we do, and we get picked on a lot in the West for like pollution and things like this. But we're the most anti-pollution and, you know, stopping this and stopping that kind of thing. We stopped slavery, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? We were the first country to stop doing all this kind of stuff. So I think we take a lot of crap for that, really. And I think that, you know, if you look back, this is what we've sort of been progressing towards. But now it seems that those people don't want us progressing any further together. They'd rather be able to shut us down and just stop us talking and stop us interacting and doing anything, you know?
Yeah.
Mad.
The world's gone insane, as usual.
As usual.
But I've got Starburst, so I'm okay with it. And a Rolo, and a Munchies.
The Munchies were nice. And that was quite good.
What's the difference between a Munchie and a Rolo, apart from the shape?
Well, that one's not got biscuit, has it, Rolo?
Yes, it has.
Has it?
Yeah. They're both actually, isn't it?
Rolos haven't got biscuit in them.
Yes, they do.
No, they're just caramel and chocolate.
I thought it was toffee.
Or toffee and chocolate, yeah. Whichever
I'm sure
one.
there's a bit. Eat that. I can't. I'm diabetic.
Okay. That's it. Yeah, look, it's just the caramel and chocolate.
I've been imagining the biscuit the whole time. That's smoking for you. Cigarettes, of course.
Of course.
I like the way the other ones are called Munchies. I've got the Munchies.
Got the Munchies here. Perfect.
Yeah, that's copyright infringement.
So, well, I want to say thank you very much for subscribing. And thank you very much for checking out the episodes. I'm trying to convince you to do some ghost hunting with me.
Yes.
I mean, well, we have had experiences, haven't we? I think we should talk about this just for 2 minutes before we go. With Ouija boards.
Yes.
You've used Ouija boards many times.
I have one over there.
Yeah, and is that the one that the glass shattered on? Or is that the other one?
No, it could be that one. I've got the exact one from The Exorcist anyway.
What happened with the glass shattering?
So I've lost my planchette, posh word. So I used a glass. I was doing it with a lady friend, the Ouija, not the other
Yeah,
one.
the lady friend.
And I was asking it random questions, and it blew up in my hand, and there was a glass all over my hand. It could have been vibrations off the thing, but it was quite a thick glass, and that scared me quite a lot.
And that was a children's toy.
Hasbro made it.
Yeah.
Like I know. We have My Little Pony, and Talk to the Devil and Die.
I mean, that is the problem, isn't it? If you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah, you don't want to mess with it.
I mean, you have to open the circle properly
And close it after.
and close it after.
Yeah.
And if you don't close it after, that's where the problems lie, because you just let anything
Then you
in.
end up in some teenage movie where everyone's pretty, but died in order of race.
I mean, that house we lived in on Osmondson Road, that was terrifying.
No, it was, yeah. There was lots of stuff.
Can you remember when I had to break into the room because the door was basically locked on you?
Oh, yeah, weird.
And those eyes and whatever it was in...
Yeah, and I saw like floating things at the end of my bed, and I thought, well, I'm just drunk or something. But then I was like, okay, I'm awake.
But then I tried getting into you, and you were shouting at me because there was something in there, and I
And
couldn't
there's no lock on the door.
No. The doors didn't lock at all. They're just normal bedroom doors. And I was on that door, like,
And
fucking
he's not small.
boom, boom, trying to get through, and there was something on the other side that would not let me in.
Yeah, they were not my friend.
That was, I mean, my bedroom was always cold, and downstairs we used to have the heater on, and you'd be warm like here, where the heater was.
Circle, and then the rest of it was like, oh, now I got a little chill down my spine.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Why are ghosts not? You know, ghosts just turn up and be your friend, like a Facebook buddy or something. Not they have Facebook. Hi, how you doing today? Tell me your problems. Not like, die, we're going to get you scariness. No.
No. See, I honestly believe that pretty much most ghosts that you see are either just on repeat, you know, just going about whatever they were doing before they passed.
Yeah, I think they're kind of just bored. If you're like alive forever, I'd totally pick on people.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't it? I'd be like, oh, it's so scary.
It would be funny.
I just move all the stuff around. Like, I could cook them dinner. That'd be funny. You could just cook them with like a nice curry and just leave it on the side, and they'd be like, who the Well, good dinner. I'm not doing the washing up though.
Were you there at Varsity that night when we saw that guy walk from the garden down towards the pool table?
Oh, I'm not sure. No, I don't remember that.
I was sat on the bar with Duncan. I can't remember if you were there or not. And there was a couple of other people in there, and we were looking. You know where we had the beer garden, yeah, and you could walk through that fire exit door here and walk straight down towards where the pool table was. We saw a guy in like a waistcoat and shirt, like an old type waistcoat, walk straight down, right? And I went, "Oi, what are you doing?" When we both jumped off the desk and went, "Oh, what was that?" And we're like, "Some guy just walked in there." Walked down, there was nobody there. And you know, you walk down towards that pool table, you can either go left at the bottom towards the front door, which was locked, because we used to have lock-ins, didn't we? That was locked, or you can go right to the pool table.
Yeah.
We had lock-ins, it's fine, we don't work there anymore, it's all shut down, who cares? It's not what it was anymore anyway, pubs are.
It's called like the Almanac or something.
Almanac.
It's very woke.
Yeah, it's the wokest place in town. But yeah, and then we came back up, right? And we all saw a ball of light about 10 minutes later come up the corridor and up into the top loft.
Whoa.
So we all went, we're going home.
Run away.
Well, I actually got hit by something in Varsity on the top floor.
Was it me?
No. I don't know what it was. But Leon told me that he got dragged out of bed after I told him what had bloody happened.
No way.
Yeah. So you know you had the flats above next to the cash office.
Yeah.
And I had that flat there, didn't I, for a little bit, which I never actually had. I was trying to sleep in there one night, so I was too drunk to go home. And I heard something run across the corridor at the top. So I ran out, ran up the stairs, right, looked left, and that door was open into that other bedsit. Because there was that little bedsit, wasn't there? And the light was on, right? And I was like, who the fucking hell's here? Shouting, blah, blah, blah. Couldn't find anyone, so I turned the light off, started walking back down the stairs. As I turned left to go into my flat, I heard running back towards the flat door. It opened the door and turned the light on. So I turned around and ran up the stairs, and I was like, what the fucking hell's going off here, right? And then something basically ran at me and just whacked me into the door. And I was like, fuck this, and just ran off. Grabbed my keys and then went back when I used to live on, wherever it was, up there.
Up there.
Yeah, up there somewhere. So, yeah, it was interesting.
We'll talk about that more next time, because I've got a few ones.
Yes, I think that's a good episode to get, a good place to finish on there. So next time then on Triville, I think we'll do some ghost stuff, shall we? Yeah, some spiritual stuff. So if you've got anything that you want us to talk about, or you've got any experiences yourself, especially in Derby.
Got any videos? Yeah,
if you've got any videos, please, put a comment on here. I'll give you the email address to send them to. And you can send your videos in. And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you later on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.